Lubavitcher rebbe was tzaddik. Actually, my chidushim that I have today is from him, but it has nothing to do with Mashiach. It has to do with what you need to do in order to be saved from Mashiach. That was the chidushim that I have from the Lubavitcher rebbe, but it has nothing to do with Mashiach. Now, since you mentioned the Lubavitcher rebbe, and people distort what he says all the time, so it's time we defended his honor and his Torah. Lots of people that mention the Lubavitcher rebbe's name distorted things he said, make him look like a Care Bear rabbi. Hashem Yishmo v'yatzil. Truth is, the Lubavitcher rebbe was a tzaddik, Talmid Chacham, knew a lot of things about both the spiritual world and the material world. He was an engineer by trade, but he also built the Chassidut of Chabad to a point that it's beyond what it was before. And people think that that was based on some lovey-dovey type of Judaism that's different than ours. No, we don't teach Musar in Chabad. Who said that? Who said that? What, you think Chassidut is not Musar? That means you don't know Chassidut either. Chassidut is just another name for Musar. Chassidut is more. You look at the laws of the Hasidim, they're more stringent than the rest of the Orthodox Jews. I'm not talking about the laws, just halacha of how to keep Pesach, not kids. I'm talking about behave. But people say things in the name of the Lubavitcher rebbe that's complete nonsense. Like, no, the Lubavitcher rebbe just taught to love and everything about love and love and love. I have a video from the Lubavitcher rebbe that we publicized some time ago. The Lubavitcher rebbe himself says the only way to do kiruv is by telling people the truth and not lowering the Torah to them by bringing them up to the Torah, even if the truth hurts. The opposite of Chabad today. The opposite of many Chabadniks today. Opposite. You think that the Lubavitcher rebbe got such siyata d'ishmaya for doing the opposite of what Hashem said? Now you say, wait, some of the things you say about modesty are stringent, as Strala. You know what the Lubavitcher rebbe said? I'm going to tell you what he said. I'm going to tell you what he said, and it's going to sound like I'm a puppy next to the Lubavitcher rebbe. Zecher Tzadik Livracha. In his Sikha, Simchat Torah 5730, the Lubavitcher rebbe said the following: you must explain to the girls that the look of immodesty shows that the girl thinks that she will not be accepted in any other way by the man. Not with her intelligence, because she doesn't have any. Not with her heart, because this too she doesn't have. And not with anything good, because she doesn't even have she's not even a decent human being. And the only way is if she shows the places of her body that are supposed to be covered, which only exposes her insignificance. As if she's holding a sign saying, intelligence I don't have, feelings I don't have, knowledge and positive traits I don't have, and even my face is ugly. And the only thing that I can offer is exposing the places that are supposed to be covered. And this will make me look better, and will convince the man to speak to her and say hello to her. And this is the lowest level a person can embarrass themselves with, where the only thing that the man can see in her is the pritzut, is the immodesty, and nothing else. Show me one Chabadnik other than Rav Chaim Shlomo Diskin, Sheikhye in Eretz Yisrael, that said what I just wrote to you in a lecture 7 years ago, 6 years ago. Show me another Chabadnik saying this, quoting this Sikha. They quote a lot of Sichot. Quote this Sikha. No? Okay, I'll give you another one. in the Sefer called Atznei Alechet, which is different compilation of letters from the Lubavitcher rebbe that talks about tzniut. He says you must explain to the Talmidah, to the female student, that immodest behavior is not one that belongs to Benot Israel, to the women of Israel, who are modest and will end up bringing her to different tests. Meaning a girl that acts immodestly will eventually have different tests, where men will try to get her in different ways until it gets to the point of danger. And for anyone who doesn't understand what I just said, he elaborates. As the Rishonim said, break-ins happens to the thief. Thief breaks into other people's houses, his house also gets broken into. Why? It's measure for measure. And all of this begins with the lack of attention to small details of modest behavior. The Pirza Korah Ganav. There's a principle in the Torah that a measure for measure, and the measure for a thief, he steals, Hashem sends people to steal from him. A woman that walks around immodest, she shows things that are supposed to be covered, then the people that are not supposed to be what's covered will see it. Amevin Yavin. Furthermore, the Lubavitcher rebbe says, in the same Sefer Atznei Alechet, 600-page book, 13 chapters, he says when a woman acts immodestly, such as having immodest clothing that grabs the attention, sometimes it's only in the way she walks. She ends up enticing anyone who sees her, who's then led to different foreign thoughts of immorality, and who knows where that can lead to. The sin is hanging on her, even if she didn't mean to do it, and doesn't even know about it. And therefore she's considered a machtiyah rabim, which means that causes the public to sin, which the Torah says does not get divine assistance to do tshuva, because the many who sinned because of her do not do tshuva. So the Lubavitcher rebbe is talking to us, telling us, first and foremost, if you're walking around immodestly, young girl, old woman, oh, make a difference. There's no age. He says, all you're doing is you're showing that you mean nothing. You're a piece of meat. You have no brain. You have no feelings. You have no nothing. You have no value whatsoever other than uncovering what's supposed to be private. Lubavitcher rebbe, if he said it in a shul today, kick him out. Instead of screaming Mashiach, they'd kick him out if he said this. Then he says, by the way, that girl that got raped, the girl that guys took advantage of, put the club drink in there, made her fall asleep until the next day when it was too late. She did it to herself. Lubavitcher rebbe is saying this, not Yaron. I'm just repeating it. You have to sue him. He says that the Pirza Korah Ganav, she walks around immodestly. There's going to be guys that chase her in different ways until it gets dangerous. Don't misunderstand what that means. Rav Chaim Shlomo Diskin says, he witnessed in his own eyes, one of the people from his seminar, a young girl, naive, religious girl, decided to start going out with some guy, and he said, why don't you come with me to Eilat? And this foolish girl went. And they had a good time. She came home. Short while later, says, why don't we go again? Foolish girl made the same mistake twice. She went, but as soon as she arrived, she saw in the car, she saw 3 of his friends. Who are these? Oh no, you don't mind if they come with us, right? It's my friends, my buddies. So, oh, okay, it's too late, you're in the car, you don't know what to do. Okay, fine. Well, what do I care? He's here, right? So when she came back home from that weekend, she was suicidal. Hashem yishmor v'yatzil. She was suicidal. She was suicidal because of what happened to her on that weekend. The Lubavitcher rebbe says she did it to herself. As much as we hate it, it's true. True. Now all these political correct, lefty, liberal, anti-Torah mentalities will probably want to rip my head off. But no, it's not my head. Go to the Lubavitcher rebbe, Mashiach now. Why? He said it. He said it. You know why he said it? Because Torah says it. You walk around immodestly, bad things are going to happen. Not just in Olam Haba and the Gehenom that they're going to put you in to cook you. Not just that. He says in this world. In this world. You can't find a shidduch, that's measure for measure. You're breaking marriages because of immodesty, Hashem's not going to give you a marriage. And furthermore, even if you want to do tshuva, it's going to be hard in the beginning. Why? Hashem's not going to help you in the beginning. Why? So many victims looked at you and did all types of things. Foreign thoughts, he calls it. To him, it's a foreign thought. Hashem yishmor. Today, it's not foreign.